Just got this brand new box from the bank today. We are gonna bust it open here. There's all kinds of things we're looking for. There's so everything pre-1965 obviously is going to be 90% silver. If we find any of those, I will go and back and look for different specific errors for those. Another one I hope to find is any of the W mints. 2019 and 2020, they made 2 million of each. W mint from the West Point. So we'll be looking for those. I pulled out a bunch of errors from the NGC coin site, varieties and errors from 1965 to 2020. I didn't pull out any of the American women stuff. I don't know if there is a whole lot there that is official stuff, but we're gonna crack this baby open. I'm hoping to find some silver in here. I guess we'll just have to see. And then if we do see anything awesome, I will be putting it under the microscope there as well. Alrighty. I did eyeball it a little bit. Kind of hard to see on camera, but I didn't see anything that was like super obviously silver or anything. So we'll crack the sucker open. And we can check some enders for starters. Oh, the smell of a new box, huh? It is definitely a circulated box. Nothing pops out at me immediately. Zoom in a little bit here. Nothing super crazy, but we're just going to go ahead and get started because I don't want to wait. So we're live opening these suckers. And first thing we're going to do is check for silver enders. Or not silver enders, but silver quarters. I have found silver in these before, but I did talk to the banker today, and she told me that her machine kicks out silver, so they just make it to the drawer. I don't see anything there. A silver is going to really pop out at you. So I have my list off to the side here of the different ones I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and check them out. And then if they are ones that I do want to look at further, then I'm going to put them under the scope. Otherwise, they're just going in a cup. So, 1980. And then we're just doing a quick glance on them, see if there's any like obvious rim errors or like huge blobs of metal anywhere. The only ones I'm going to put under the scope are the error ones from my list. And the list is by no means complete, like everything. I don't know everything about these. But once I do pop one open that maybe is one we need to look for. I know there's some extra metal on these Tuskegee Airmen on the goggles and whatnot. I'm not really going to pop it under the scope unless it's like a super obvious thing, but we'll give everything a fair chance here. Shawnee 2016 from Philly. If you guys know of any of these other errors that I should be looking for, then definitely shout them out. Just cracked open the brand new roll here. First roll of the box. We do have a $500 box. We will not finish the $500 box today. Just in case you guys are wondering. Kind of a nice looking coin there. Got some good luster. Some good shine. Fairly decent detail. The 2004 Wisconsins, we're definitely keeping an eye out for those. Massachusetts, 2000. I gotta keep referencing my list here. Here's a 1981 Philly, been through the ringer. Denver Mint, North Carolina, first flight from 2001. 96 Denver. Only 1990s as I have on my 1999 Delaware Spitting Horse that we're looking for. Here's a 92. Got a nice big scratch across it there. I'm trying to go fast here so we can make it through some coins. First roll, unfortunately, there's no silver. It's a 2023. I know on 2023s on some of them. Eleanor Roosevelt, you can find some extra metal up on her hat there. I'm not seeing anything there. And then you can get die chips on the nose. The drooling George, if you get a little chunk of metal next to his lip there. Some strike through errors if you see letters next to his ear, especially on the I don't know how to say it. The one with the lady on the back with just her face. So 2019. I get pretty excited about these ones. 2019's checking for the W. Check for the mint mark. Oh, just a Denver. Oh well. North Carolina, Philly. 93 Denver. Let's go. We're looking for W's. We're looking for doubling. 95. No, nothing on my list for 95. 1990. That was a good year. Denver, Maryland, the old line state. Nice. 2016, Fort Moultrie. We're looking for, on all these, we're kind of looking for the obvious main ones, like the rim, the edge, if it looks like there's a blob of metal on it, didn't get formed all the way from the die, or if there's a clear doubling on something, we'll check it out, but we'll just look for the main ones. So all these ones where George is facing the right, we're looking at his ear area, just quick glance, his lip, his nose. Maya Angelou. All right, Philly, Massachusetts from 2000. Welcome on, guys. Appreciate you guys joining up. Here's a 67. Look at the rim on that one. On the right side. Let's check this out under the scope real quick, like. Oh, I gotta bring this down a little bit. Get you guys a little better. Get some focus. That little piece there. So the die had some damage and it just left a little bit of the rim unpunched right there. It's a pretty sweet find. You can see it pretty clearly, just the light shines off it. I don't know if that's worth more than a buck or two, but we'll take it. We'll keep it for now. Denver, Virginia from 2000. 1978. There's a few 70s. I'm looking for 1970, 1971, 1972, 1976, all Denver Mint, but not the 78. Okay, these ones, Crossing the Delaware, we're looking at his hat, looking for extra metal up on the hat. I think there's also some things you can find along the sword that stand out pretty clear. Denver 2021. These, I find a lot of these that are in super good shape. Really interesting to look at. Hey now, this is one I have not seen yet. When you live rurally, you don't find every coin. So this is actually going to my collection. Author, activist, composer. Zikala Sa. That's sweet. I actually have never seen this one before, so that is one for the collection. Another 2021 Crossing Delaware. We're looking up at the hat for extra metal, for blobs. They can be worth a few bucks. Denver. 2022. Check out his nose. See if he's got any warts. See if he's drooling. Wilma Mankiller. Nice. 2023. Same things, we're just checking them out. Eleanor Roosevelt, looking for extra metal up on the hat area. I don't see any there. South Carolina. There's a rotated die error on South Carolina. So if you just take the coin, I don't know if it's on Philly or Denver. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows. But if you just turn it around perfectly over like that, and if you turn it over and it's like this, or like this, that can be worth extra value. So South Carolina, I just like to check them all. Then you don't have to remember the mint on one or the other. There's a Philly, Iowa. I'm pretty sure. Oh, on these ones I found some damage on. I thought they were doubling before. Almost through the first roll. No silver in the first roll. 74. That's not one of the years we're looking for errors anyway. Denver, Denali. I think some folks look for double die reverse, doubling. There's some reverse and some obverse doubling on these things. I saw photos of this. Is that a goat? A mountain goat? Bighorn sheep? Probably a bighorn sheep. On the face of these, and then doubling in the lettering. But the doubling was really obvious. We'll check it out under the scope real quick. Hopefully it's not too much jostling around to go up and down for you guys. So we're checking out United States of America on this one. For any doubling, I don't see any there. I'll just quickly check out the motto, mint mark, $quarter. Okay, nothing there. I'll just keep it up like that. Okay, 65. 65s are actually looking for a few things on these. I'm gonna pull up the old ngccoin.com. 1965. You can find double die obverse. There's the FS 101 or the FS 102 or the VP 003 or the FS 801. Holy smokes, there's four different things we have to check for on these. So we're going to check for doubling on lettering and date. We're checking for doubling on Liberty, doubling on the date, and doubling on all lettering. So, hey Daniel, thanks for joining. DS Cartoon, you have 40 of these. There's 65 errors, DDRs. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Gives me a little bit of hope. We'll check it out. Basically looking for doubling on all parts of this. If you guys see something that I don't see, give a shout out because the scope is great. You can see most everything, but sometimes I struggle with, is it really doubling, or is it just my eyes wanted to see doubling? Just looking, I don't see anything, and it was all lettering doubling that we're looking for, so out of luck on that one. Okay, moving on. Oregon. Oregon. Is it Oregon or Oregon? 2005 from Philly. I don't think I need 2005. Oh, Kansas. We're looking for Minnesota and Kansas. Got some different errors on those. Welcome in, everybody. We're going through a box of $500. We're not going to finish it all tonight, but I just got this. I'll show you. Box today. Man, that sucker's heavy. We're going to bust open another roll. See what we can find. I don't have one of them fancy roll openers like some of the guys do. First off, we're looking for silver. Anything 1964 earlier is going to be silver. Hopefully I don't drop this all over the place. And a silver rim would just stand out like crazy. I actually have an example. Silver in my pocket somewhere. Oh, here we go. So this was not from a bankroll. This is a 1951 silver quarter. If I just give you an example, I'll just shove that in there. See what that looks like? That rim right there, silver, pops out like a sore thumb. That's what we're looking for, but I'm not gonna lie, this was in my pocket. It's just an example. I'll probably pull that out a couple times and show you guys that. No silver in this roll, but we'll go through and check it out. Starting off with a Denver 2001 New York. One of these rolls we're going to find silver. I can just feel it. 1991 Denver. There's a Philly 2000 Massachusetts. 1970. This one's a Philly. We have a 1970 Denver we're looking for errors. Let's do a quick check of it. Nothing there. 1983. Ooh. This is a cool one. I actually learned about this one just the other day. 1983 Philadelphia. So the P mint mark there. Sometimes these mint marks can get kind of gnarly. But we're looking on the reverse from the beak down to the bird's shoulder there. It's called the spitting eagle. So if we check it out close, basically what you're going to see is you're going to see some arcing lines down from the beak to the part of the shoulder somewhere there. This one, it has some scratches there, but that's not even the right angle or anything. We're looking for some arcs down. Again, that's the 83 Philly spitting eagle that we had looked for on that one. Here's a Denver Cumberland Gap. First doorway to the left. I was going to say to the left. To the west. Nice shape. Here's the Georgia Peach. James and the Giant Peach. That's what it always reminds me of. 1999. Out of Denver. This one looks like in pretty decent shape. Oh yeah, someone mentioned 82 and 83 quarters. I can't remember why. It was like they didn't make mint sets or something. I think I'll have to start doing that. 82. I'm just gonna mark that down right now. 1983. You want to expand on that, Gerald? Is that why you save them? Is because they didn't make any mint sets of those? I'm here to learn too. 1996 P. Because someone mentioned that on the stream yesterday. They're like, oh, the 82 and 83's got to keep them. I'm like, why? It's just in 1982. Is it 79? Denver. Yeah, no mint sets for 82 and 83. Quarters and half dollars. Okay. I have it on my list now. I won't forget anymore. Appreciate it. I do appreciate that feedback from you guys. Thanks, Gerald. There's 81 Denver. Now I'm going to have an extra pile of quarters just to hang on to, just to hang on. That's how she goes. Another Saratoga 2015. 1966. There is something on this one as well. 66 DDR FS 801. So we're looking at extremely strong doubling is seen on United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter on the reverse on this one. Maybe we'll put it under the scope. So it says extremely strong doubling. So this coin is so beat up, I would hope that we'd be able to see any extremely strong doubling on basically all of the lettering here. So far, I'm not really clear on seeing much there. Check out this. I would say no. $quarter. I would say this is not one. Yeah, I just got it straight from the ngccoin.com website under their, I think it's called Varieties Plus. Yeah, Variety Plus, they have a little thing you can go and check out all the information. 1966. The Dave started to collect coins and bills. Fun until Canada removed the pennies. When did they get rid of their pennies up there? I'm not familiar. I have a bunch of Canadian pennies. Some old, some not so old. Indiana, 2002. War in the Pacific. Ooh, another 2019. Are we going to find a W mint? Nope, just a Denver. 2018, Canada did away with the pennies. They were a few years ahead of the United States in that aspect, I guess. Around here, it's pretty difficult to buy a roll of penny or a box of pennies anymore from the bank. To get pretty stingy about it. And it's weird because all of the gas station stuff, like, oh, we're not doing pennies anymore. Or the grocery stores, oh, we're not doing pennies. We're going to round up or down or whatever it is. And sometimes you get your change out of the machine, and instead of giving you a nickel, they give you 5 pennies. So go figure. So we're looking for nose warts, Jewel and George's, 2022. Nina Otero Warren. Are pennies going to be valuable someday? I mean, there's a bunch of valuable pennies. I don't know. They probably will generally creep up in value like they have been over the past years, but I don't know if they're going to jump crazy high or anything. Massachusetts, 2000. Okay, Kansas, 2005. In this Kansas, we're looking for a "In God We Rust" error on the motto there. Clearly, we can see the T on this one, so this is not. Yeah, copper pennies are already worth more than a penny. I believe they have been. I have a whole what was a protein canister full of copper pennies too. Just not really sure what I'm gonna do with them unless you gotta start melting them down for bullets or something someday. I kept all of them for a long time, and then it just started stacking up. Okay, 65. This one's got a few different things we got to look for. Obviously, check if it's silver. You can see the copper rim on this one. This one's not a silver one. That would be... I wouldn't have to go to work on Monday. Okay, 65. We're looking for double die obverse. There's 3 different versions of the double die obverse, but so we're just going to check out everything on the front or the obverse for doubling. Sean's definitely keeping the coppers. Welcome to the stream, Sean. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you could make it. Shout out to the Wolf Pack. Wonder if Sean joined on. Awesome. I wonder if Polly's going to hop on. I don't really see any doubling there. Pretty sure it said doubling seen on all lettering, date, Liberty. Yeah, I don't really see much there. Oh, sorry. Getting all crazy here. I got all excited for a minute. Here's a Denver, North Carolina, 2001. $1971. This one's a Philly. We're looking for 1971 Denvers for varieties. Here's a Denver, New Jersey, 1999. Yeah, 65 and silver. I would probably go build a garage tomorrow if I found that. Be sweet. You can have some coppers in 1982 as well. You just have to have a scale to weigh them. But if you want an easy way to do it, everything 1981 and before, keep them. Voyagers 2018. Sean, you get into some coins tonight? Find anything crazy? New Mexico. I'm pretty sure there's some die chips on some of these. Not really sure where. If anyone's got any idea, check them out. Here's a Denver Pictured Rocks. Anyone ever been to Pictured Rocks? It's super awesome up there. Went there a couple times, did some snorkeling. Beautiful place. I'd highly recommend it. Hey, 2025. First 2025 of the box. Wonder if it's going to be one I don't have yet. Indeed, this is the first time I'm seeing this design other than online. Juliet Gordon Lowe. Who does he remind you of? That's sweet. There's another one for the collection. Founder of Girl Scouts of the United States of America. Some other folks that live in bigger cities or closer to the mint, they've probably seen this one already. I have not seen this one, so this is going in my box. Nice. That's 2. It's 2 for the night. Denver Tall Grass. Oh, it's a 2020 as well. So I saw the Denver first, so I didn't get all excited, but 2020s, check the mint, look for W's. W's for the win. $20 to $30, easy. Denver, another 2019. Possible double W mint year. Not on that one. There's another 2019. I'm getting so excited, guys. Can it be a W? Nope, just a Denver. We will have a celebration if we find one of those. Oh, here's a cool one. The Bicentennial. 1976 Denver Bicentennial. We have a bunch of errors to look for on this one. This one's got the little drummer boy on the back. Pull this up. 1976. I guess there's two double die. They're both double die obverse. So we're going to look for very strong doubling in the word liberty up top on the head side, and in God we trust, and then the other variety is just in liberty. So let's go. So these serifs on the L, if it is doubled, those look like there's like has a split in them pretty much. That's a good indicator. Sean, you didn't find anything wild, huh? Too bad. Well, I got a box of pennies for you. In God we trust. No doubling there. And then just for cool effect, we're going to check out this date. 1776 to 1976. Denver. That is beautiful. We'll check out the back real quick too, because everyone likes this design. Yeah, I think it's sweet. No torch there. Almost. We got a handful more in the second box. Holy smokes. This is a new quarter. This thing got rocked. Eleanor Roosevelt. Do you guys see any die chips up on her hat there? I don't know. I think just like somebody chewed on it. Something chewed on it. Is it 2024 Denver? Hey, this is the second one of this box. What was my other one I got? See if I need to keep it. Also a Denver. I'm still going to keep it because some folks that I know probably don't have them yet. Here's a Denver. You want me to keep that damaged one? I'm going to mail it to you. Gerald. Oh, you're talking about the bicentennial. I actually do save the bicentennials. Where did I throw it now? Where the heck did I put it? There it is. Yeah, I usually save the bicentennials. I got a stack of them. Thanks for reminding me. Here's the Block Island 2018. $1967. Nope, that's not one of our years. All right, roll number 3. This one goes out to Sean D78, baby. If there's a silver quarter in here, Sean, I'm giving it to you. That's for being #1 fan. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, the scope is really nice. There's a link over on my profile if you guys want this exact scope. It's like the Alcoki or something like that. I have a link there. It is a affiliate link. It does help the channel if you guys go purchase it through that. I may or may not get a kickback. I'm not sure. Ready, Sean? I don't see any silver. Sorry, bud. That was a close one. Sean almost made what's silver at? I think it tanked a little bit now, but I'm not really sure what a silver quarter's worth these days. Let's keep going here. 2024. This also may be one that I don't have yet. No, I have a bunch of these. Celia Cruz. 2024 Philly. There's actually a chance I don't have the Philly of that one. I'm going to have to save it. I saved way too many. Dr. Sally Ride. You can get some extra lines in some of these, I'm pretty sure. 2022 Denver. We're looking at his nose and his lip and his ears to see if we have anything. Samantha, you have a 1776 that looks like it has a bronze sandwich between silver. So that'd just be a bronze planchet or a kind of like that. Guess I'm not sure what you mean by the sandwich. If you're just looking at the edge and it goes silver, copper, silver or something. I'm not sure. Subway dropped $40. Holy smokes. You guys even like Subway? I think he meant silver. It's down to $85.25. Holy smokes, that was a bubble, wasn't it? It peaked out at, what, $116? $120? That's crazy. And now it's just tanking, so I mean it's still like twice as much as it was a year ago. Roughly. Don't get mad at me. I'm not right on that. Here's a Denver Marsh Billions Rockefeller. We already saw it was a Denver. We're not going to get too excited. It's not a W mint. 1983. Philly would have a Spitting Eagle possibility. I don't think the Denver does. I don't have Denver written down. I'm not going to go through a bunch of extra time. Wyoming, 2007. This one's a Denver. On the Phillies, I think you get some doubling around the saddle area. Is this the one I've heard about speared horses too? I'm not quite sure. I don't see anything crazy there. 1977. Nope, not that one. Denver, Pennsylvania, 1999. Pennsylvania. Oh, it's grubby. 2000, Maryland. Here's a Philly. Philly, another Massachusetts. $19.95. Going once, going twice. Ellis Island. Oh, actually, a couple days ago on these Ellis Islands, it wasn't in part of the errors that I have on my list, but I found some facial scars on this young lady, and there's been some other die cuts on the top of this dude's hat. All right, I'll save them. American women, they're all yours. As long as I don't have them yet, then yeah, I'll let you buy them. Looking for die cuts there, nothing there. There's a Denver 2006 Colorado. We're looking for a Philly, Colorado die cut. 1991 P. 25 cents. How about in Idaho? Esto perpetua. What does that mean? This in perpetuity? Perpetuity? I don't even know. Lance, you bought the dip 1 ounce gold buffalo today for 5,100. A year ago, they're 29. Yeah, I did a gold Krugerrand video more than a year ago. It's probably about a year ago now. And when I did the video, it was $2,600, $2,650 or something like that. I'm like, this is a $2,600 coin. People commented all the time, it's $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Holy cow! Probably should go ahead and redo that video, because at this point it's half, just under half what it's worth. 2017 Frederick Douglass. This one's pretty dirty, pretty beat. Block Island 2018. What's up, Gatita? Welcome to the stream. 1991 Philly. Got some luster to it. I'll try to set these American women ones aside. If I don't, you'll have to remind me. Here's a 71 Denver. So we're going to go to ngccoin.com. We're looking at the 71 Denvers. 71 double die reverse. Double die reverse on the D. Oh, we can look for the type H reverse as well. So we'll check out a couple things. I learned this one recently as well. 1971, looking for double die reverse in United States of America in quarter dollar. It's noted as very strong doubling. So that's the first one. And then we're going to look for very strong doubling. I don't know why they call it something different. Maybe the doubling looks different in the other one. And then we're going to look for the 1971 D. This is a Denver quarter. Type H reverse. And we're going to look at the arrows on it. So we'll start with doubling. Looking for doubling. I'm not seeing anything here. Check out quarter dollar. Don't see anything there. And then the type H reverse. We're looking at these arrows. So there's two versions. The version that we see here, unfortunately, if you look at these arrows, the very top one or two arrows, if those arrows are buried in this leaf and there's no visible gap in between the two, then that's the type H reverse we're looking for. I don't know what type H means, but this one we're looking at here, this is the type G reverse. You can find a 1977 D $50 in silver. Yeah, I have not found one of those. William, are you leaving? You leaving? You want to get back or what? You can just search Hellman and Hunts on YouTube. Look for the live stream link. Come back and join us if that's what you're doing. Here's a Mississippi 2002. We're only in the third roll here, guys. We got to pick it up a little bit. 1977 Denver. While you're over there searching Hellman and Hunts, you can go check out some of my other videos. You can become a subscriber. Helps the channel gain visibility. Well, I'm going to have to look this under the flash magnifier if I can find it. The sun ran off with it today. So this kind of looks like scarring to me in her face, like extra metal type errors. It could also be some scratches or dents. So I'm just going to have to set that one aside and look at it later on. But this is the same face I found an eye scar and a scar going like basically across her face with just dye chips or whatever. Here's a Denver, North Dakota. That's a good state, North Dakota. It's a good place to live. I don't know if you guys ever tried it. It's beautiful there. Where are you from, Gatita? Maples, Libertads, Balboas, Australia? I don't know. Here's a... What? No, I just highly recommend North Dakota. I think it's a good place. It's beautiful there. 2020, we are going to hope for a W mint here. We'll see. Nope, just a Denver. Remember 2020s, 2019s, I always look for the W, the West Point mint. Mount Rushmore, 2013. Out of Denver. Getting through this roll. 2009, Guam. I like 2009 coins. I save all of my 2009 quarters. I save all of my 2009 pennies. I think that's it. Denver. Oh, I'm saving that one. I just told you guys I was going to save it. I was going to toss it. 2023 Philly. Hobita Idar. This one was kind of trippy the first time I saw it. Like, there's no writing, but there's lots of writing. I can't remember what that design's called. I did that in a graphic design class once. 1984 out of Philly. Not what we're looking for. We're looking for general cracks and cuds and rim errors and that type of stuff as we look at these. Alaska, Denver, I'm not sure if the Alaska extra claw is specific to the Denver or the Philly. I'm guessing it's probably the Philly. I do like to check them all out though. Just go ahead and look at that claw there. Looking for the die chip on here, die break, die cud, just an extra claw basically. Just looks like an extra blob of metal on that one. Thanks for the thumbs up, Chuckles. It's good to see you back again. Hope to see you on the next one. Philly, Vermont, 2001. Denver, Arkansas, 2003. I got done with that other $500 bag and got a box today. Here's a 65. I believe these are all DDOs we're looking for. On the 65. Yes, 65. So we're going to look at Liberty and God We Trust and the date on this one. Look for doubling on everything. If you guys see it, you can call it out too, but currently I'm not seeing anything. Nothing there. Check out the date. I feel like it'd be super clear under this super clear scope I got. I'm not seeing anything there. 1989, Denver. Littlefoot. I was able to read that just before it got retracted. I don't know if you retracted it or if the auto something retracted it. I don't know how YouTube's work. Tennessee, 2002. $1984, Philly. Pretty grubby. Upside down. The Great Smoky Mountains, Tennessee. It'd probably be a good place to visit too, 2014. Out of Denver. Sometimes I flip them over, but when I flip it over, I accidentally turn it a little bit, and I'm like, wait a minute, and then I gotta double check it. No, not a rotated die. 1965, no, 1964 and earlier is 90% silver. 1965 is not like the 1965 half dollars. Not as far as I know. If I'm wrong, I've threw a lot of silver away. Here's a 2020. We'll look for a couple things. I'll get nice close personal here for you. We're going to look at the bat faces. I'm pretty sure that usually comes through in the mama bat on the bottom, the big face, right in smack dab in the middle of her face. If it looks like she got, I don't know, punched in the face, that's a pretty common error. But for the 2020s, we're looking for the W. Let's go W. Nope, just a Denver. One of these ones, we're going to find it though. 83, a Denver. This one spent some time in the ground or on the sidewalk. See, it's just got that gray coloring to it. Or on somebody's shelf, I don't know. I don't keep the bat coins. I guess I'm not most people. South Dakota, went there last summer. Mount Rushmore. I would also like to have a W bat. That'd be sweet. All right, next roll. I don't know, last time I said #1 fan gets a silver if it's in here. So that'd be you, Chuckles. Let's see. I'm not seeing any. Let's see what is in here if there's no silver. 94 Denver. Nickel save 1938 to 1984 with 5 steps. Man, it's a lot of work to look at all the steps. But man, if you do find one, it'd probably be worth a lot of money. The full steps, heck yeah. Ooh, Delaware. On the Delaware, 1999. If this is a filly, that's when we're going to look for the spitting horse. I don't know if this is a filly, but it does not look like we have a spitting horse. It is a filly. Sweet. So, spitting horse, there's some lines somewhere around the snout of that guy. Yeah, that one does look like it's in really good shape, doesn't it? I can see some scratches, but overall it's not too shabby. Last summer I pulled out I don't know what state it was. I have it in a flip somewhere, but it was just sparkling. It was just amazing. I just couldn't let it go. Mount Rushmore 2013. There's a 1995 out of Denver. 1980 Denver. There's a Weird Farms from 2020. Can we get a W mint? Nope, just a Denver. A lot of 2020 and 2019 Denvers. 95. We'll pick up the pace here a little bit. North Dakota, Denver. 90 Philly. Salt River Bay. You guys know the drill. Come on. Who thinks it's Denver? Who thinks it's a Philly? And who thinks it's a W mint? Oh, Denver. Probably didn't wait long enough. New Jersey, 1999. 81. Nope, no, we're not looking for those. I am in rural North Dakota. It's a great place. That's why I said North Dakota is so great, because it really is. A great sand dunes, 2014 Philly. North Carolina, 2001. Yeah, we just got cold weather. It's warmed back up now. It's above 0. But we didn't get any of that crazy snowstorm weather the rest of the country was getting. It's a shiny one too. Nebraska, 2006. I feel like I missed something on one of these. Before I get too carried away here. Which one do we need to check out the dad's back on? The dude's back? You talking about North Carolina? Or Nebraska? Probably Nebraska, huh? This one here? It's on good for dye chips and cracks. If I'm wrong, we'll get it on the next one. 89, Denver. Theodore Roosevelt. 2016, Denver. Did it again. Philly, Colorado. So on this one, I have down for some sort of a cud. This one's slightly off center. I don't necessarily save them if they're just this far off. It doesn't seem like super crazy. I don't see anything real out of the ordinary on this one. $1806 German silver coin. Holy smokes, that's crazy. Customer wrapped, man, that's where it's at. Here's a Fort McHenry 2013. Out of Philly. There's a shiny one, 1982 Denver. I guess I'm going to save that, huh? 96 Philly. See, I learned stuff too. Learn to save stuff too. Now I'm trying to save everything here. 1996 Denver. Gerald, did you retract your message or did YouTube retract your message? I'm just curious. Colorado 2006 out of Denver. We're looking for some Phillies. What was that, Colorado? Yeah, Philly Cuds. 1968. We have some things to check on this one. On a 68, we're looking for the double die reverse or a double die reverse. So flip it over to tails. We're looking at United States of America, doubling visible on of America, or doubling seen on all lettering. Check out for doubling. Go nice and slow so we don't miss anything. Two different. There's the FS801 and the FS801. Why do they call it the same thing? Why don't they just... Well, one of them is on... It could be on a Philly. One of them is specific to a Denver, I guess. We're on the 68, aren't we? 1968, doubling visible on Of America. Dude, even the pictures they provide sometimes, it's really, really difficult to decide if you see any doubling, especially on a coin that's this damaged. Check out $quarter. See if we get lucky here. Nope. Valiant effort. There's a Philly, Indiana, 2002. 1966. We did go over this one earlier. We just got to refresh our memory because our memory is really good, but it's just really short. 1966. Extremely strong doubling seen on United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter. You saying this 1968 had doubling? I'll have to check it out again. DS cartoon. What are we looking for? Extremely strong doubling on United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter. It's the 1966 double die reverse FS801. Like I said, these things are really hard to see sometimes. I'm certainly no expert. I'm just a guy that likes talking about it or rambling. This one's got a scratch, coin rolling machine scratch of some sort through those letters, through all the letters. I did not see doubling on this one. This is the last one we looked at, 1968. Is that what you're talking about? DS cartoon? Moving on, 1993, out of Philly. This is the fourth roll out of the box. Got a $500 box here. Denver 2020. Check out the bat face. I don't save all my bats. Only if there's a W on there. Otherwise, I'd have 1,000 bat quarters. The Denali from 2012. DDR. No, this is a DDO. United States of America we're looking for on this one. At least on these newer coins, you should be able to see it much more clearly. If there was doubling. Denver, Great Sand Dunes, 2014. Denver. Ooh, the Minnesota. 2005. We're looking for the Minnesota extra tree on this one. So, I have a pointing stick here. So, we're looking right here. Pretty sure this is where the extra tree is, right here. Smack dab in the middle of the coin. So, we're going to look right there. We'll look for some extra trees there. Just do a quick double check. Nothing there. 1967. (2004) Iowa out of Denver. Oh man, this one spent some time in the ground. This is what they look like when you metal detect and you pull them out of the ground. On that Mine Lab metal detector, they pop a beautiful 88. North Carolina, 2001. Super clear. You go to the park, metal detect in the park, and the wood chips. It's super easy to dig. Pop an 88 sounds all the time. 84, Denver. Oh, 2020, but it is Denver. Salt River Bay. All right, next one. The rolls from the bank. I don't hear any silver in this one. Try not to drop them. Looks like all copper to me. Oh, sorry, you guys probably can't see very well. Not seeing any silver there. This is roll number 5. 2002, Ohio, Denver. 84, Denver. Nevada, 2006, out of Philly. There's 81, Denver. Just working off a list I have here off to the side. Looking at year and mint mark. There's a Kansas, out of Denver. So if it was a Philly, well, maybe it doesn't matter. I don't have a mint mark specified on my list. On these Kansas, 2005 Kansas state quarters, we're looking for the motto where it says, "In God We Rust." Instead of trust, I guess the T was wiped out somewhere or another. Not on that one. 1968. We have some extras to check on this one. 68 DDRs. Double die reverse. We're looking at all the lettering on the back. On the tails side. Got a lot of scratches coming across it. These often can come through looking like doubling, but that's just damage. Just mashed up. Years of service. Years of buying gumballs. I'm kind of curious about this right here. This area here. Kind of looks doubled to me. What do you guys think? We're going to zoom in on it. We're going to check out quarter dollar. Come back to that area, zoom in on it. Cartoon says yes. I always get thrown, and I'll explain here in a minute. I don't see anything in quarter dollar. So I feel like, and if I'm wrong, let me know. But if I see doubling here, should I not also see doubling here and here, or is it sometimes just on one letter? Like maybe it is just on one letter. Maybe I'm going through. We'll zoom way in. It's gonna get blurry here for a second. Go like this. Still blurry, but give me a second here. Oh, look at that. That is clear as day. All right. I think you guys are right. And you can see doubling here on the U, some on the N. Dang. Maybe there on the end too. It's a sweet find. So this one, I don't know if it has to be all of them, but it's extremely strong doubling for that 1966 DDR FS 801. It's so hard to see some of these things. But definitely. That's why you need a scope, right? Sweet find, 1968 DDR. Moving on. Denver, Minnesota. We will check out for an extra tree. We're going to zoom back out on here, though. We don't need to be that close for some of these other errors. Check out here, the extra tree. Nothing there. (2001) North Carolina. I think that was my first actual doubling. I found some die chatter on some things. Don't really know the difference between die chatter and doubling. Maybe they're just the same thing, but it's pretty cool to find that, especially live with you guys hanging out. 94. 1999 Connecticut. 2006 Nevada. That's pretty shiny. Good luster. 2000 Virginia. 85 Denver. Not on the list. 80 Philly. Nope. Eventually I'll have this list memorized and I can just cruise through it. 2002 Louisiana. We do have to take a little bit of time and kind of admire these things too. Maryland 2000. Pretty grubby. 82. Guess we're saving it. Thanks to you guys. Kentucky. 2001 Kentucky. Here's another Lowell 2019. Can we get a W? What's your guess? Denver. I was like, I can barely see that thing. Definitely a Denver. 1990. That is a dang good year. 1990 is. Connecticut. 19. No, the only 99 I'm looking for is the Delaware. Georgia Peach. 99. Arizona. You guys ever been to Arizona? Ooh. What is this? 2008 Arizona. I don't know if it's mint specific. Seems like most of the mint errors are Philadelphia, but just for ease, Arizona, we're looking here. We're looking here. Looking for an extra cactus leaf. Just gonna look like a little blob. That's not clear enough. Let's get clear. That's better. So right here, we have one blob, two blobs, and then the extra cactus deal would be right above the initials. Sometimes we can cover part of the initials. Right in there would be the extra leaf error. Not what we're looking for. North Dakota, Nebraska, 2006. Nope. The 2023 American Woman. There's one for Sean's bucket. I better make a Sean bucket. Give me a second. I gotta grab one of these. Just gonna write Sean on here so I don't forget to save them. There we go. Shout out to Sean. Don't think I'm playing favorites. He's buying these off me. There's a Denver 2014. '21 New York. Some of these coins, I'm really surprised at the shine they have. Hey, I wonder, this one's got the same, right here, same little raised rim. Same mint. Where's the other one at now? No, it's a 68. Where the heck did that 65 go? Remember that one, you guys? It was a 65. Had a raised rim on it. Yeah, that is a nice 82. I even take some time to appreciate that one. Dang. Yeah, rusty nails. They said 82 and 83. Save them all. They didn't make mint sets for those years. Where in the heck did I put that thing? Anyway, back to this baby, 1965. Check out the rim right here on the right side. It just has a little lump on it. And it's not damaged. No, it is damaged. Son of a gun, I just misspoke. That is just damage, it's not a rim error. I got all excited for a second. Anyway, 1965s. We have some DDRs and DDOs to look for. Oh, there's a few of them. 65 DDO, doubling in all lettering and the date. 65 DDO, doubling in Liberty. And the next one's in the date. And a 65 DDR on all the lettering. So, looking for doubling. Now, I don't think that's a rim cut though on this one. Sorry, I just pulled it off. Because it's got a dent in the side. I was thinking that the rim wasn't damaged. That lines up perfectly with that. It looks like a rim cut, but it's just a dent. So, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. Oh, a DDO. This is a 65. Just make sure I didn't get my numbers wrong. 65 DDO. This doubling is not as strong as what I'm seeing online here, but check out that E. Check that out. Check out the E. We got split serif. We got doubling there. This R, we got doubling down there. I would call that doubling. Both of them. That is sweet. We'll check out down here for any doubling. I don't necessarily see any there. Check out the date. Nothing there. But definitely here. Let's just get closer. Let's just get close in on this thing. I want to see it closer. I would call that doubling, wouldn't you guys? Look at that. You can see bam, bam, bam. Let's check out this R. Call that doubling there. Bam. And then down here, I'm calling it a 1965 DDO. I don't know if it's the FS80 or 101. Probably. Oh, I'm going too high here. Saving it. I have to get a bunch of flips set up, ready to write on. So when I do find coins like that, I can just throw them in a flip, because then I'm looking at the stack of coins afterwards. What the heck is this? And if I don't have my scope on, then I gotta keep looking. 83, we're gonna save it. Not as nice as the last one, but I'll still take it. Here's a 78 Denver. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate the extra eyes on some of these. Like, I question myself all day long. Sometimes it's kind of nice to have someone else take a peek at it. Florida, 2004. I think some of these can have some cud errors on them too. Last one out of roll number 5 is another 65. We just went over this looking for DDOs and DDRs. Check it out. See, that's clear as day different than the last one. This one is not doubled. Check out the motto here. I feel like unless it was really, really off base, this one would be kind of a hard one to see. Check out the date here. And then check the reverse. I don't know if I checked the reverse on that other one. I was saving it either way, so. Yep, saving all my 82s and 83s thanks to you guys. I don't know everything. I'm just the guy that bought a scope and I guess spent some money on some coins. I don't see a whole lot there. All right, next roll. Gerald, you are the number 1. That means if you get a silver in here, it's yours. Opening it live. In half dollars, 65 to 70 is 40% silver. In quarters, it's just 64 and earlier, or 90% silver. No 40% silver quarters. Any silver for Gerald? I see some shiny coins here. Some newer ones. I do not see any silver. Bummer. Maybe the next one. Yeah, we're all here to learn, Rusty. I learn just as much off these things as you guys do sometimes. I'm not saying I'm a great teacher or anything. Just doing my best here. All right, now we know that my specialty cup can fit about 5 rolls of quarters. So it's time to dump it into the bag. Start fresh. All right, Denver. Effigy mounds. They have some doubled udders on this one. I read somewhere one time. Check out here. Sometimes you can get another, like a extra blob or a double, probably just a die break or die cut or something. And I think that's a bird, so that sounds different, and there's nothing in there. Here's a bicentennial Denver. We are looking for a DDO on this one. Good night. Looking for doubling in Liberty for the DDO FS 102 and the DDO FS 101. We're also checking In God We Trust. Not seeing a whole lot there. Not seeing much there. Good night. I think there's something on that one. Should we get the zoom on this one? Get up close and personal. I love you. No, I'm not seeing it there. What do you guys think? Is that a true double, or is that just the light playing tricks on my eyes? Kind of looks like it might have something here and something here. Definitely a scratch on that part of the N. Right in here. Like my pointer, just toothpick. I'll sell you these 25 cents each. It's called the coin pointer. Definitely going to keep it. Yeah, it's still a bicentennial. I don't know why we're getting so. All right. Another 82 out of Philly. Keeping it. I should probably get a Philly cup or a 82 cup. Hell yeah, Rusty Nails. I do wish sometimes that I had a job like that. Here's an 83. Gonna save it. Which one you want me to look at the back on, Gerald? You have to be a little more specific. I think there's a little lag in the video from what I do to what you guys see. So sometimes it's kind of hard to determine what folks are referring to on some of these. My apologies. New York 2001. Denver 2020. Bomber. 88. There's a Perry's Victory 2013. Out of Denver. There is a really shiny 2021 Denver. We are looking for extra metal up on this dude's hat. Not seeing anything there. It's 2015 Kasachi. $19.80 Denver. A lot of like mid older stuff, not like super old, but not like super new. Ozark Riverways. And my first couple jars of quarters I went through back when I first started collecting, I feel like Ozark Riverways just popped out over and over and over and over again. It's crazy. 89 Denver. Ooh, here's a Philly. This one has like extra deep rim too. It's like super stamp. It's like you can feel the difference on some of these. Delaware 1999. We're looking for the Spitting Horse. We'll put it under the scope there if we can refocus this thing. Looking for the Spitting Horse version. That is not a Spitting Horse. Yeah, this is a 50-year-old quarter. Sorry, I didn't even flip it over for you guys that when we looked at this one. The Drummer Boy. It's a beautiful design. I do keep all these. Selling these $20 a piece. Just kidding. Is there errors on the back of this thing I should be looking for? Look for no nick or no back marks. This one's pretty dinged up. It's been through circulation. His drumsticks are all busted up. Poor guy. Still gonna save it. Great Smoky Mountains from 2014. Denver. 87 Philly. Right on. 1995 Philly. Oh, this one went in a fire or something. Someone was taking their lighter out. Tried to burn up the US of A. Here's a newer one, 2023. Is it going to be one I have or not? We're looking for nose warts, drool and George, and the burning plane on the Bessie Coleman. We're going to check out that airplane real up close and personal underneath the microscope. See if we have any extra blobs of metal. I don't see nothing. Up along the top here. I think you can get some down here. I do have one of these. Had one time. It's somewhere in a jar or a box or a bag somewhere. You guys are more organized than I am? I sure hope so. There's a Philly 2001. 1967. 83. I need to make my 83 bucket. Do I have to toss the Bessie? I think I did. Son of a gun. I have that other cup specifically for that. Now I lost it. I don't know where the heck it went. I'm sure Sean's got all the Bessies already. There's a 2024 out of Denver. Okay, Sean. There is the Zitkalasa. I think that's the third one I got. I'll toss that in your cup there. Rhode Island, 2001. 94, Philly. We're cruising now. Now I'm going to miss stuff. There's a Vermont, 2001 out of Philly. 2019, I didn't see the mint. Denver. Dang. We're cooking along. 2013, Fort McHenry. North Carolina, 2001. 1984, Philly. All right. Well, Sean's number one again. We're on the next roll. You know the rules. Silver, it's going to go in your cup. Thanks for being number one, Sean. If I can get this darn thing open. Holy cow. What's it gonna be? Got some shiners in here. Unfortunately, not the right type of shine. I'm not seeing silver. Better luck next time. I think we got time for at least this roll. Alaska, Denver. Check out the claw. Looking for an extra claw. Don't see anything on that one. 81 Denver. The Georgia Peach. Denver variety. Philly, Virginia, 2000. One of these days, one of you guys is going to win the silver quarter, and I'm going to be so happy for you. 96. There's the Eleanor Roosevelt, 2023. Sometimes you get some chips up on her hat there. Denver, Bombay Hook. Louisiana. Nice. Big old Louisiana purchase. Wouldn't you like to buy that land nowadays? Denver. Good old Michigan. Here's another newer one. 2023. Looking for nose warts. Looking for drooling George. Anything else cool? Another Eleanor Roosevelt. 91, Denver. Arkansas, 2003. The Ohio. I think there's some die chips on this one. I didn't write them down. The list was getting too long. I don't see anything crazy looking on this. Yeah. 91. Those birds are pretty popular, that's for sure. I have noticed that in the past too. Pulled a really shiny Wyoming out one day. 2007. The P can have some doubling around the saddle, and this one's a Denver though. We're not gonna waste time on that sucker. 81. 86 Denver. We're gonna cook through this roll. See if Sean's still #1 fan. He really wants that silver, I can tell. Great Smoky 2014. #1 fan. If I pull a silver out of the next roll, it's yours. 92 Philly. Nevada. '87. Nope. Oh, there's a few Michigans back to back to back in here. Pennsylvania, 99. Oh man, this thing's worn out. There's no rim left on this thing. Thing's cheeched. Denver, no rim. It's like no rim. This is definitely wear, right? It's not an error. Gotta be wear. Yeah, look at that thing. It's like smooth as a baby spot. I don't know what they used this thing for, but it wasn't good. It just wore down to nothing. Really surprised that the letters didn't take more of a toll. You can see the rim right there. And then it just disappears. Holy smokes. Yep, she's roached. I'd also use cheeched. Huh. Yeah, I've heard of those wash machine quarters. Yeah. Sometimes I save interesting ones like that. I think I'll save that one. It's pretty cool. Sup, Ronald? How you doing tonight? We are looking for quarter errors. Errors. 88. Denver. We're on roll number 7, maybe? It's amazing how fast it takes to get through some of these. 2003, Alabama, nope. 78. I almost did a double take on that one. Rhode Island. Burned out, ready for the weekend, I suppose, huh? That'll happen. I got paid to fish on Thursday. I had today off. Ready for tomorrow. Ready for Sunday. '2001. Look at the top of this dude's hat. It's probably General Washington. I should probably find that out and quit calling him this dude. Sounds kind of disrespectful. Look for extra metal. Just kind of looks like a blob up there. I'll show you with my specialty pointer right up here. Here, we'll go like this. You can see a little better. Check on top of his hat. I'm selling these pointers for 25 cents a piece. They are specialty coin pointers. Reach out if you'd like one. Basically, look for anything that doesn't look like this edge. It'd be like a blob. On those 2021s. All right, Eleanor Roosevelt, 2023. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you. Ooh, this one is shiny. It's also very scratched, but it's very shiny. Tuskegee Airman. Got some luster to it. That's beautiful. Still scratched. Still have a bunch of them. 77. That's the last of the roll. Looks like Sean D. Rusty. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Bank rolled $10 in quarters. Straight from the Bank of North Dakota. Have found silver in these things before, but nothing so far this box. No one's got me questioning, but I think I could see some copper in it. It just looks like someone colored it green or something. I don't see anything there. We'll pull this one out just for funsies. Be sure you see the copper on it though. 2021. Bummer, dude. That thing saw some fire. Still check the hat. I just got some extra juice in there. He's holding water. He's holding water, boys. Boys and girls. I don't know. Most of my channel is boys. All right, let's fly through this roll. 2019. Not the W that we're looking for. 88P. Nope. Let's go. Let's cruise. 98. 98. It's getting late. It's almost my bedtime. 84D. 2014 Arches. This one's got a rim dent. Look at all those. I forget what they're called. The reeded edge. It's just smooth. This one was spent many times over. 95 Philly. 97 Denver. Denver. Pictured rocks from 2018. 1980. Got some shine to it. That's just a scratch on the left. I was like, wait, die crack? No, just a scratch. Is this the Philly, Delaware we're looking for? No, Denver. If it is a Philly, Delaware quarters, look for the spitting horse. You just look under his snout. See some lines coming off of there. That's what you're looking for. Casino quarter, huh? I always just thought it was a washing machine quarter. And the edge is gone. That means it was gambled away till it found its way into my box of quarters. There's a Utah 2007. New Mexico. Sí, sí, señor. Muy bien, muy bien. Harper's Ferry 2016. It's a very well-designed coin. I do dig that design. Rusty, you want 2 pointers? All right. Sounds good. 72 Philly. If it was a Denver, we'd be looking for some FS type dealios. Dryer dimes and pennies. Yeah, those things are pretty sweet. They get pretty cheeched out too. You ever pulled one out of your own dryer? I have not. I pulled my washing machine apart a bunch of times. I never found any coins in there. These pointer thingies, they also come custom color. So if you want a custom color, we can make that happen too. I should put those on my. I'll put those on my coin channel. I'll see if they have an affiliate link for it, and I'll call them custom coin pointers. 2021 Philly. Checking the hat on George Washington on top of his hat. This one's not holding water like the last one. We're just looking for extra metal up there. Here's another bird. As Sean pointed out, birds on coins. There's a lot of them. All right, Rusty, have a good night. Sean, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Really appreciate you hanging out tonight. It was a good time. It's past my bedtime too, but I'm addicted. 2019's look for W's. This one's a Philly. Denver. Utah 2007. Oh man. Oh man. If this was a Denver instead of a Philly, we would be looking for the extra leaf on the corn cob leaves. Just to show you here, let's have this sweet pointer. See this corn cob come down here. Get my fancy pointer out. You would be looking for an extra low leaf, come out like this. High leaf, come up like this. Highly sought after on these Wisconsin 2004, but I think it needs to be a Denver. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here's a Denver, Arkansas 2003. 98 Philly. We're coming up to the end of the roll here. Almost there. Theodore Roosevelt 2016. Five coins left of this roll. Looks like Rusty's in the lead. Rusty's the #1 fan. That's what it's telling me. Do you guys see that too? If it says #1 next to your username there? Not quite sure. A couple left here. Utah 2007. Last coin. Colorado. Denver 2006. Oh, we're looking for the P's. All right, Rusty. This is your roll. The rules are, if you're #1 fan and I'm opening a new roll, if it's silver, it's yours. Silver did come down to like, what, 80 bucks or something today. Sorry, I need a drink of water. All right. Oh, if I can't even open this darn thing. Drum roll, please. No, I'm not seeing any in there. Sorry, Rusty. I'll have to throw in a free coin pointer for you instead. What color do you want? I can color them any color. Arches 2014. 70 Denver. We have stuff to look for in this one. 70 Denver. We're looking for the double die obverse. We're looking for the double die reverse. We're looking for the type H reverse. So we got three things. We're going to check all the lettering on the front, check all the lettering on the back, and then check out the arrows for the type H. Start out looking for doubling. Nice and slow so we don't miss anything. Like we're looking for like the split serifs, like the points of the E and stuff. Oh, sorry, pointer. If you see like a split in the E here, it can be a good indication of doubling. We have found a couple doubled coins so far tonight. Check out the motto here. These letters get so mashed up, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So check out the date. You don't know if it's a date thing. Yeah, it is a date thing. Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot there. Check out the reverse. Any doubling back here? The DDR states United States of America and quarter dollar. You could possibly find some doubling. And then there's another one. Oh, minor doubling seen in quarter dollar and lower leaves. We'll have to check out them leaves on this one as well. The JFK third-party Kennedy quarters. I don't know if I've seen those, Gerald. See if it has any other details on this. DDR, doubling seen in United States of America and quarter dollar. The doubling in the pictures I'm getting shown they're not super extreme, but they're not super clear either. And then the FS 801, minor doubling seen in quarter dollar in the lower leaves. So these leaves right here is what the minor doubling would be on. You probably could only see it if your coin was in actually decent shape. I believe this is just damage on the top of the R there. I don't believe that's doubling. Check it out this way, see if we can see some. Sometimes your phone is a good scope too. Just gets a little shaky. See that top of the R there? Do one more little different trick here. This scope I got, it came with some extra lights. I only have one of them hooked up here. I'm going to turn on the side light. Check out this R. I don't think that's doubling, but I could be wrong too. See. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that true doubling? $1970 Denver quarter on the back, 1941 Canadian quarter. I think that's called a mule error, where they have different denominations on the front and back. I'm unsure about this. I am going to set it off to the side. That's the only letter that I saw anything that would even minorly appear as doubling. But I feel like it's just damaged. Dr. Sally Ride, 2022. Ohio, 2002. We got to get through this roll. 2023, Bessie Coleman. We're going to check out this airplane. See if it looks like it's on fire. It does not look like it's on fire. Minnesota, 2005. Out of Denver. We're going to look for the extra tree. Get on my fancy pointer and be right about here. In this general area, you'd see another tree somewhere. If that was the error, I'll just leave that up. That looks kind of cool as a little background deal. Some trees, some beautiful trees there. 2021 Denver. Looking for extra metal on top of this dude's hat. We'll put it under there just for good reference. Up here, look for blobs up there. There's an 82. This one spent some time outdoors, either in the ground or on the ground. It's got that darkened patina. 1999, a lot of schmooze on that one. Holy cow. That's why your fingers, they start getting black after a while. They start getting super grubby. 85, Denver. Georgia, 99. Hey, this is like the fourth one of these we pulled out of here. Zitkalasa, 2024. And that's also a Denver. We're going to call it after this roll. It's the last one for the night. We've been live for 2 hours. Holy smokes. Kansas. We are looking for the "In God We Rust" motto on these Kansas state quarters from 2005. Pretty sure the T would be gone or very faded in those types of errors on that coin. Philly, 2000. Wyoming, on a P, Wyoming. Not Denver. We'd look for doubling on the saddle in the reverse, DDR. Georgia, 99. 1979. Got a good live tonight. This one's slightly off center struck. See, the upper right rim is a little thicker, bottom left is a little skinnier. So I'm at the US Mint in Denver, took a 41 Canadian quarter, had it struck in the back in 1970. Those dirty dogs. They would too. I'm going to make an error, make it rare, make a fortune. That's probably what those Omegas were all about too. They're like, we lost money on the pennies for 50 million years. We're going to make some money back. And they sold them at auction for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Almost done with this roll. This is the last roll. We have a third of it left. And we are going to call it for the night because my elbows are getting tired. My fingers are getting tired. 65, I believe the 65 is just maybe a DDR and a DDO. I should know this by heart by now. 65, DDO, DDO, DDO. Just DDOs. So we're just going to look at the front of this under the scope. Check out all of our lettering for any doubling. Got some damage through the I and the B. Down here at our motto, that thing is just mashed. Just smashed. Gerald, are these things you found or just things that you know about? Kind of curious. This one looks kind of suspicious. Right there on the R. It's got some potential, I guess. All right, 83. I think that's a save here. 83. All 82s and 83s, save them. That is the instruction. 2015 Bombay Hook. 89. I think this is I want to say it's the first 89 we pulled out all night. That's crazy. There's a Denver Cumberland Gap. 2016. They didn't make any mint sets in 82 and 83, so if you can get one in really good shape, the higher the shape, the better. Can be worth a lot of money. 2019, not a W. Always check 2019s and 2020s for the W mint. This one's a P of Philadelphia. This one also, I'll put this under, well, I'll hold it up first so you guys can see the whole design. You can get extra metal up top, on the left, on the bottom, on the right. You get an extra wave in here. And I don't know if there's something with this portion of it or not. Gerald, you are the man. Check out the extra wave or extra metal or W mint if you can find them. I found one in the last $500 bag that I got last Friday, and Saturday I found the W. Definitely saved it. 78 penny. I'll have to keep that one in mind too. I'm making a list and checking it twice of all of the things, just a quick reference, so I can just look over if it's on the NGC coin site or something else that I found before. I'm adding it to the list, so when I do these, I can just quickly glance over. There's Anime Wong. On this guy, pretty sure there's some errors in one of these. I don't know if it's Anna or in May. There's a broken fingernail error. I can't remember, it's been so long. I think it's on one of these ones. Or there's something with her eye we gotta look for. 2022. And then also, obviously, check his nose for their wart. Check his mouth, see if he looks like he's drooling, just basically extra blobs of metal. I'll take a gander at her eyeballs and see if she's got the tears. Check for any abnormalities with their fingernails. And then look at the name, see if you see any issues with it. I can't remember offhand. I didn't write down any of those ones. And the last coin of the night, 2024 Denver, Celia Cruz. These ones are always shiny. I don't know if they don't get spent or if people don't use coins anymore. But these ones are always super shiny. With that, folks, we went through, I don't know, 9 rolls maybe? Probably 9 rolls. I lost count. I'm not counting them. Looks like a scratch on that one by the D. Right down here. Some scratch damage. It got bamboozled. It's good, Gerald. You gotta look at your coins. Always look at your coins before you spend them or bring them back somewhere. Appreciate you guys hanging out all night. That was a long one, over 2 hours. We got through many rolls of these quarters I got from the bank today. Hoping to knock this out, I don't know, this weekend if I got the time, but you guys know the rules. I'll announce it again tomorrow. If you're number one in the stream and I'm opening a new roll, that's the new rule I'm going to give. If we find a silver, that person gets the silver. That's the rule. Thanks, Gerald, Rusty, PS Cartoon. Go check out the channel. Subscribe. I got some links there for this coin scope up there. I do metal detecting videos, coin roll hunting, fly my drone every once in a while. That's a lot of quarters. I think we saved a few dollars worth of quarters. You guys have a good night. We'll see you on the next one.